There's this kind of situation scares me. The whole like people who can buy anything.
When the nightmare billionaire threatening you and being like, no, I control the world. You can't do anything.
It's there. I think like Mexico currently has a huge problem with that because the like drug dealers are so and like gang members are so prolific that they actually own everything, and so no one listens to the police. There are a lot of problems in Mexico right now with that. And there's a lot of countries like that. Like the cartel owns everything. It's like what do you do when they own the whole town? But they also contribute so much to the whole town that a lot of people think of them as being heroes because they pump so much.
The Yakuza legend idea.
Yeah, because they pump so much money into the economy that they're actually helping, and they're really nice to the people that live in their towns. Like they treat them really well.
But
the law doesn't work.
It always seems mixed. Yeah, because there's always like the horror stories that are the reason why people flee those countries. But there's also like the weird elements of like, oh yeah, the cartels are enforcing coronavirus quarantining, and so like the cartels are doing what the government won't because the government is like, just go back to work. This doesn't matter, and like the cartels are like forcing quarantines and stuff, and they're like doing what the government isn't doing.
Oh, and I think it was in Italy. One of the biggest mob bosses realized that his son was gay, and so now he's like encouraging everyone to be okay with homosexuality in the mafia, which is really sweet. In a way,
except that it took that long. but they are the mafia though instead of the government. But yeah,
well, I don't know. It was kind of weirdly sweet.
it gives you a perspective sometimes of how fucked up governance can be at times.
When gang members can do more for their community than the elected officials. The only problem is like when they get out of hand, no one's there to stop them. They have no checks and balances.
Yeah,
because gang members have so much money.
But whenever their morality seems a little ahead of the government,
it is sometimes.
Country, you're like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? What do you think we do next?
I don't know. Oh, we have to go back to the Grossberg law offices and ask him why his painting's there.
Yeah, that's what he said to do. Maybe he'll be. Oh, he's here now. Yep.
You are a broken man.
No. Huh? I don't think he's noticed me standing here.
He's just wiggling his mustache.
No, because his top lip is quivering because he's gonna cry. He's like his painting's gone.
Like a little hamster.
Little hamsters big adventures.
Tickety kush kush ew.
Maybe I should clear my throat.
Jumping Jehoshaphat. That's you, but I wanted to say it.
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Never seen that written out before.
I didn't know how to spell it.
No, I don't know if there is a real way, but...
Yeah. What's wrong? You looked so pensive, like an old man at the end of his days. I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess. Something's really bothering him.
Well, yeah, his painting's gone. That was his favorite thing.
So you came to see the trial? Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. Couldn't get a wink of sleep. Really? What was that? Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for that girl. I asked you before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know. A right, Mr. Wright?
God, it's never gonna not bug me.
No, I'm sorry. It's just... I need more time to think about it, my boy.
What?
He does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. So I played Blue Core Visit. Oh, I see. Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me. Oh? What is it? Well, out with it, my boy. You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir. There was a giant painting hanging there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with. Well, I saw it today.
At a Black Angus.
It was in the CEO's office at Blue Corp, Red White's office. So, you noticed.
How did you not notice?
Yeah. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
I told you.
Yeah. Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. Wright are connected somehow. Connected, you say?
Like spiritually?
Yes, and I know what it is.
You're lovers. Please. Oh my gosh.
Lovers. Do you want me to pick it?
Yes. Please.
It's not something I can claim to understand. But you and Mr. Wright are lovers, aren't you? What? My boy. You sent that painting to him as a sign of undying love.
I hope he's like,
My boy, please.
You're correct.
You're letting your fancies run away with you. Yes, she is.
Yay.
Where did you get these bizarre ideas? From the devil on my shoulder.
It's me.
It's me. I don't understand how you could. That's because I'm not. We're not. Don't be ridiculous. But now he's thinking about it.
He's like, well.
This power dynamic. Ooh.
Ooh, he's more powerful than me and richer.
Enough. I'll swallow my pride and tell you all.
Swallow his pride, am I right?
I knew it. They are lovers. No, we're not lovers. He's mind reading me. You're gonna read my mind. Why does his suit perfectly encase his moobs?
I was just thinking about that.
The text just went away for just long enough to notice, like, why is his suit fitted that way?
I don't think we ever got that view before, but it's very apparent.
Yeah.
Don't wear a suit like that, sir.
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Blue Corp is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now. Like the Yakuza.
Like the Mafia.
15 years. All because of the DL6 incident, as you may have guessed. The name on the back of those photographs. As you suspected, I could not stand in defense of Maya because of this. Might would have destroyed me if I did. So that's the connection. It's hard for me to tell you this, my boy. But arresting Red and White would be nigh on impossible. Impossible? Why? He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians. What? Can you? It's just the process of being like, I'm gonna dedicate my whole life to going to law school and becoming a lawyer, and then you spend like a decade in school to get your degree, and then like fucking your second case, so like, by the way, your dream is dead, and the entire system you want to be a part of it doesn't work.
It's super corrupt and bad, and yeah.
Yep. Is that you?
What? Oh, I'm messing with my earphone. Are you hearing that?
Yeah, I think it's going through the cord.
Oh, that's weird.
Like,
the audience can't hear it though, right?
No.
Okay, I'll stop.
No, but like, yeah, if anything happens with either of our headphones, it travels through the cord, not as a signal, but as a physical sound. So it goes directly into the other person's ear. I was like, I don't hear that sound in the percussion, and consistently enough for.
I was like hitting it to like the music. I was messing with it.
I was like, what's happening?
Because I wear the ones that the guys should go in your ear, so I can only have one in at a time, because or else I can't hear Keith talk.
Yeah, similarly, that is the experience of a lot of game developers. Is that they dream, because it's like this childhood dream to make games, and then you go through all the process of getting there, and then you get into the actual career, and you're like, oh, this is miserable and horrible for so many reasons.
There's a lot of jobs
you're
like
just trapped
that.
There, yeah.
You hear that one about police officers too, where they get into it because they have good intentions, and they realize the system's really corrupt.
They think they're gonna be the cop from the show with the whistling theme song.
Oh! You're talking about the Andy Griffith show?
Goalie, yeah. As opposed to like
with his son Opie.
Everything else about cops. What? They are bound, unable to harm themselves, unable to do harm to themselves and therefore to him. Don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Yeah, there's some weight he put on over many years.
What is the DL6 in his? That's not nice.
It's not nice.
What is the DL6?
I never said I was nice.
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now.
All right. Maya Mia.
I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium. A medium? Her name was Misty Faye. Faye. Indeed. She was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud. This is what my...
So Maya was talking about the other day.
It's accidentally pressed A. All I could do, I did all I could for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DLCX...
CX?
I had to fucking... I've been restraining myself every time I see it from saying DLC. And then I finally... then I said DLCX. I'm like, damn it.
CX!
That case is the DL6 incident.
You can call the DLC incident.
Yeah. You can only finish this case for $15 more. Why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg? The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know that they were frauds. But one person found out. I told him. You told White? He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because she was murdered? Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I don't think it's an offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I offer to not kill you, ha! Or reveal your shit. I see. The animation of his mustache.
It's funny because, like, when you're talking, he still wiggles his mustache. So it looks like he's talking still.
Yeah. White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office. Mia's office? She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found. Yeah, in the statue.
We're
taking a weirdly long time to check inside the statue.
I know, right?
That we've known.
We've like never talked about it.
We knew this stuff was in the statue since before we started the case.
And for some reason, you're holding on to it, even though it shouldn't be in your custody at this moment.
Yeah, I have questions. Can I just present the statue? Sorry, my boy. I don't think I can help you with that. Sorry, sir. I borrowed this. Ah, so it was you, my boy.
I would look at that picture every night because he actually is my lover.
Who is this man? It's a long story. I'll be needing that back now. He doesn't want to talk about it for some reason.
Because they're lovers.
I better give him back this photograph.
I can put it back above my bed.
What if that's bad? Even though it should be really easy to get another photo of the CEO of the local megacorp.
Oh, but you know what? You can't get that other picture now.
No.
That's
can I? Damn it.
No, that's weird. So yeah, I wonder if.
I wonder if that's important.
Oh fuck. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you had to hold onto the photo and then leave and then come back. After you use the other photo, before instigating the situation with Mr. White.
But what would you use the Mia photo with?
I don't know.
Or Mia's mom.
I don't know, but I get the impression that before you instigated this whole thing, you could have done something else with that other one, and then like come back and switched it before instigating the red-white dialogue.
But we don't have access to Maya.
I don't know
who else would show it to.
The little cutie princess, April May.
It's funny, looking at this room. It seems so normal.
It kind of is.
Hard to imagine a murder took place here.
I always think about how many rooms I've been in where someone has died. Probably a lot. They say the average person
a lot of people die all the time.
Walks by about 20 murderers in their lifetime.
Murderers or murderers?
Murderers.
Oh.
But like if they calculate how many people the average person walks by in their daily life. Although obviously it's gonna be different depending on where you live. But
yeah, the
average person walks by a certain number of individuals. And the amount of people in the world that are murderers is a certain percentage. So eventually you just end up walking by a few. But there are obviously a lot of aspects to that statistic.
Yeah.
You don't know where murderers hang out. You don't know where you're walking. Like, you might not. You can never say for sure.
Also, like, what kind of murderer they are.
Also, if they're like, they could be a shut-in and never walk outside unless you never walk by them.
But also, like, there's an implication of threat there when you pose that kind of stat. But don't most murderers kill people they know?
Well, yeah, I'm not
like,
saying
for
like
reasons,
but they are
as opposed
still
to just like
by definition murderers.
The go-to serial killer that's like a threat to anyone at any moment. Ooh, what's gonna happen?
You see, if I said that's a serial killer, that would have been more threatening. But murders usually do happen to people that they know.
Yeah.
So, but by definition, they are still murderers. Although, granted, I honestly like wouldn't be afraid of a lot of people because I usually would assume that they have a very specific reason for murdering the other person.
Yeah, that's what
regardless
I mean.
of whether or not it's sane.
That's what I mean. Is like you have an inherent reaction to that statement, like it's threatening, but the vast majority of murderers aren't random and don't just kill people because. So like there's not necessarily that much, like it doesn't necessarily imply the risk that it feels like it implies. Yeah, it definitely is like a statistic that it like sounds more exciting than it actually is when you sit there and break down like you were never really in any danger. I really wish, I mean, there's no way I'd ever know this, but I wish I knew how many times someone thought about murdering me. Ooh. That'd be interesting. I wonder like if that's ever happened. Like you get a tally at the end. Yeah, like I wonder if so I was at like a gas station at night pumping gas, and if there's someone far away who was thinking like, I could just do that right now. I wonder if that's ever happened. That would be fascinating to know how close I was to getting murdered or kidnapped or something. Maybe when I'm dead, I'll ask like for a countdown. And someone will show me. Satan will show me. Because that's only like one step removed from like the call of the abyss. Whenever people just have that thought of like, I could just drive off. Stuff like that. Like when you're like driving like on those big cliffs along the mountains and you're like, I could just one twist the wheel. One of like you have that little moment. I think, and then or on top of a building. You look down. And like how catastrophically easy something would be. Yeah. Those weird little thoughts. I think everyone has those, no matter like what level of like healthy you are, or whatever. One of Ted Bundy's like most famous quotes that people like to mention a lot is that one where he's talking about how when he sees a girl walking down the street, it's like, I see a pretty girl walking down the street. Most people would think about how I'd like to take her to dinner or how she'd look naked or something like that. But I think about how her head would look on a pike. Something along those lines. And I was like, that's fascinating. How romantic. Yeah. How would my head look on a pike? Even I'm curious about that. Yeah. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. It's how very polite and helpful everyone keeps telling us where our next clue is at our job. That's nice. Maybe I should have done another look. I feel like we didn't even get a new clue about what kind of clue to look for. So I kind of feel like he should have just found it the first time, whatever this clue is. Yeah, it's probably that. Yeah. The thing that stood out immediately. All the cases the chief ever worked on are filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Well, I guess Let's take a look. You know a name, so you wouldn't have been able to find it earlier. Which file should I look at? For White. I know, W, White. Good job. You did it. The entire W section's missing. The whole was it W taken? Section? Earlier he was like, something's missing. No, I'm imagining it. Oh, you Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. Fuck up. You fuck. AI. Misty Faye. That's me and Maya's mother. There you go. Yeah. Should I take a look? Why not? Nah. Yeah, like I just feel like losing. What harm is it gonna do? I have tarnished the Faye name, leaving only these words. My mother vanished. I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was a man who sold the information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... The record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Because Because the W stuff's in the statue.
Why wouldn't you just fucking look at the statue?
Yep. He knows. We know he knows.
I thinker you should look in the statue.
Yep. Sure, why not skim? Sigh. Well, no harm flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here, at the end of S. Suicide? Ew.
Oh my god. Suicide reports. There's politician policemen. Is she making a... Is someone making a comment?
She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil.
I'm telling you,
White?
pen, dude.
This is
all about
Mia's
pen.
handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides.
Ah.
White drove them all to.
You crazy dog.
I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one.
You sicko.
Wow. Alright. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil on the top. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking, like, who the fuck uses pencil?
That's very unprofessional.
Like, that's like... pencil's, like, just for school, pretty much. I feel like everyone just stops buying pencils after school.
Well, I mean, at work, like, I fill out a lot of documentation and paperwork, and, like, if I were to fill it out in pencil, an auditor would, like, probably fine me. Actually, I think you're really not allowed to write things in pencil for, like, legal.
There's so much stuff.
And official documentation.
You're not supposed to be able to erase it.
Like when you
I'm gonna fill out my check in pencil.
Yeah, when you sign your name, you're never supposed to sign in pencil, or else it doesn't count.
Doesn't.
Yeah, to sign.
count.
Yeah, like it doesn't. It's not legal. I think it's like not legally binding.
Yeah.
I don't know how real that is, but I like learned that a long time ago. But yeah, I have to write everything in pen, so not. But sometimes I get lazy and I write it in marker, and I'm like, marker's kind of like a pen, you know.
Check the statue, you
Try me,
goddamn
punk.
asshole.
Do.
Alright, how do we get you to do the thing we want you to do? Okay, politician suicide. Should we show it to White? There's still no one here.
I wonder if she would. If she. I'm trying to think if there's anything you can show her to get her to narc more.
We could always try.
Like maybe you can guilt trip her, make her feel bad for working for such a scumbag.
Apparently Miss May is in questioning. I doubt they'll let me in to talk to her today.
Oh, that clears that out. Okay, cool. Well,
Alright.
makes that easy.
Blue Corp, I guess.
Look at that table!
Murder
Oh, you're in the way again.
Murder me, daddy.
Oh, sorry. Well, aren't you persistent?
Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you.
Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself. But it seems the message has not yet penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear?
Transparent. How about we bring a wiretap? I feel like we need to record the little creepy threats he's throwing at us. This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White, see this? It's an article describing the suicide of a politician. He was embezzling secret government funds. Then one day, word got leaked to the press. The very next day, he took his own life.
And this concerns me how?
I found this article in Mia's office.
Miyazaki.
Eh.
Miss Mia?
She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician.
Blackmail.
You bribed him into killing himself.
Yeah, here's the $50.
Just do it.
Just do it. Here's the money.
You were blackmailing him.
Blackmail?
Not just him, either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
What a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me? No, I think not. You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Beep.
Secretary's office, hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. White.
You're wrong.
You're wrong, Mr. White.
Excuse me?
What I should be doing now is going after you.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then, Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. Phoenix, they're in the statue.
Yeah,
We know
Phoenix.
Phoenix, we know they're in the statue. Phoenix, multiple people know they're in the statue.
Yeah, me and Keith.
The only people that don't know is this guy, which if he knew, he'd kill you right now.
Well, you think Maya would say something? Maya, it's like
Maya knows. Also, Phoenix knows. They're in the fucking
Well, yeah, but-
phone call we kept using as evidence.
He doesn't know.
We played it multiple times.
Yeah, but he doesn't know what he just thinks, oh, there's papers in there.
Phoenix is so fucking stupid.
Stupid. It's
I
a
swear-
spiky
How
hair.
do I tell Phoenix how stupid he is?
Spiky hair is blocking his brain.
It's like watching a Let's Play.
Meta.
So the culprit could be. Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it.
Secretary's office.
We won't be needing an escort from Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
I'm gonna get you fired.
Who's this?
Prosecutor?
A prosecutor? Is that, Edgeworth?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
White, that's you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this?
I'm in the shower. Hello? Chief Prosecutor. I changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow.
What's this about?
The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify.
What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court.
Quietude. I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent.
Dun dun dun! What a man.
Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man.
What? Mr. White, this isn't one of those.
He does this all the time. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you are in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer. And was Miss Mia.
As. How dare you?
I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried as Miss Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you.
Objection!
I will defend myself.
Aha! I'm a lawyer worth a few pennies. I can.
Would you trust yourself to defend yourself?
I mean, we were joking about how every single accused / victim is just people we already know and that we're intimately familiar with.
Well,
and
you
now-
definitely know this one.
Yeah, the next accused is gonna just be us. Like, it just keeps circling the drain closer to Phoenix Wright.
Your clientele is very limited.
It's just our best buds.
I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they make even you look competent.
I feel faint. Detective Gumshoe, reporting, sir. Ah, butts, hairy butts.
Now they're just spelling it with an I.
Right. Actually, Phoenix Wright, and my friend's name is Larry. Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was a murderer, right?
Oh god.
He wasn't a murderer. The other guy was the
He
murderer.
pays no attention.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Miss Mia Fey.
What?
Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
Dun, dun,
Like,
dun.
on what basis does the Detective Gumshoe just like, oh, okay, I'll just do whatever you say.
Yeah, basically.
Here's $100. Take him away.
Old chap. Yeah, just accuse him of murder, basically.
Dude, what a
Any sort of
fucking...
authority.
That's a nightmare, too. I'm always afraid of that.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, now he's gonna just say that we were the ones that was seen in the window killing them, which is, yeah. It's not great that the only witness that says that we weren't the one that killed her is the previous accused. She's the only one that knows that she got there first, and we arrived well after the murder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but she's the previous murder suspect. So
yeah,
it's not great.
Her word doesn't mean a lot.
Even though it should, because she's basically acquitted if they're going after me, which means that she was innocent.
I mean, she's not free to go
We're
for
all
some
in
fucking
cahoots.
reason. Yeah.
Maximum cahoots.
Cahoots to the max.